guys, I'm Techusiast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the ROKFORM PowerTrip Travel Charger Kit. So this was sent to me by ROKFORM itself. They asked if I wanted to take a look at this product, but keep in mind this isn't a sponsored video and I am under no obligations to share any of this with you. So inside the box you will get a 5000 mAh wireless magnetic power bank, as well as a wall adapter which supports 65 watt fast charging, and it also has 3 charging ports, 2 USB-C up on top and a USB-A on the bottom. On the box itself you will get a glimpse of what's inside. So that will include a padded zipper carry case which is made of premium materials, the power bank as I just mentioned, alongside the power adapter, and 3 international adapters for the UK, Australia and the EU. Let's pull this out. So here is the premium zippered storage bag, which it does indeed feel pretty premium. I really like the feel of it, and it feels more like one of those DSLR camera bags where you can store your expensive cameras. And it also has a hard shell, so it won't easily bend or get punctured very easily. Inside the box you will see obviously all of the manuals. So one is for the power bank itself and the other one is for the wall adapter, and I'll come back to this in just a moment. And inside this little storage container you will get 2 USB-C cables. So both of these are 1 meter each, and yeah, it's really cool that this is included inside the box and this zippered container itself. Very handy. So inside the box you get the 5000 mAh power bank, which also supports MagSafe and wireless charging of course, and it also has a neat little stand that you can take out just like that and then use it to prop up your phone for a true hands-free experience, which is very neat. And this is also a product that I have been using quite a few times in the past 2-3 months, and I have already unboxed this on the channel, and I used it extensively in the past month or so as I had to visit a family member in the hospital, and this was usually the power bank that I was taking with me when I spent long days in there. So this usually lasted me quite some time on a single charge, but I'll get back to the specifications in just a moment. On the side you get a button which will reveal the LEDs just over here on the bottom. On the left side you will get a simple USB-C input. So what's great about this power bank is that you don't necessarily need to rely on the wireless charging itself or through MagSafe. You can also charge via the USB-C port over here on the power bank. So if you have a smartphone case or a smartphone that doesn't support wireless charging, or maybe it might not have MagSafe, or whatever reason, you can still rely on the wired output itself to get power into your device, which is also very good and very handy. So this is something I have been using for quite some time, and just to demonstrate how this actually works, I have an iPhone 15 Plus here which has MagSafe built in. I can simply put that on the device and it will show that it is getting charged right now. So for iPhones it supports up to 7.5 watts of power delivery, but for any other compatible devices it will support up to 15 watts. But keep in mind that for iPhones it will be restricted to 7.5 watts. For Androids and many other devices it might support up to 15 watts, and that's also the same if you're plugged in via a wire. So it's travel friendly and pocket sized, and it's also within the limits for travel regulations, whether that's the TSA in the US, Europe or Asia. Most airlines will allow you to take this with you on the plane, but as a word of advice, I will strongly recommend you check the regulations for the location you're traveling to, just to double check that it hasn't changed since making this video. The power bank also has 5 LED indicators that show you the remaining battery left, which is obviously a great indicator to see how much battery that is still usable for your device. Before we continue, a quick reminder, most of you watching aren't subscribed. If you enjoy tech reviews on smartphones, wearables and laptops, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And now let's take a look at the 65-watt PowerTrip wall adapter. So this is your companion when you finally get to your accommodation and you have time to fully recharge your batteries. It supports up to 65-watt charging and various other charging speeds depending on the port and how many devices you have plugged in, which you can see on the leaflet, which I will show you in just a moment. What I love about this kit is that it also comes with 3 international adapters. So by default you will get the US adapter that you can obviously use very easily. You just unfold it and then you're ready to go and use it. So inside the box you also get 3 international adapters. So this one is for the one that is used in Australia, so you can easily just turn this around, line it up with the lines here, and then just slide it on, and then you're ready to go. So if you're traveling from the US to Australia or anywhere else, you can just put this on and then you're ready to go and charge 3 devices at once. And it's also very easy to take it off. You just need to use a little bit of force and then just put it back in the box. And then if you're traveling to the EU, you'll be able to do the same. Put this on and then you're just ready to plug it into the wall and you're ready to go. Once again, very easy to remove. And then we obviously have the UK, which is where I live. You can very easily put it on, use it, and then you're ready to go. The power adapter has 3 charging ports, 2 USB-C up on top and then a USB-A on the bottom. I would have preferred to see another USB-C, but I can see why ROKFORM decided to use a traditional USB-A adapter, which is, I guess, more convenient if you still have some of the old cables lying around, or potentially you have a device that still uses the USB-A standard. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and we still get 2 modern USB ports that are up to speed. So let's take a look at the leaflet, which will explain obviously all of the charging ports, all of the different inputs and outputs. If you want to see some specifications, you can pause the video right here and then you will get all of the details at a glance. But the more important information is on the other page, which will actually show you the actual charging speeds. So if you're only using one port, both of the USB-Cs will be able to provide up to 65 watts of charging, and if you're only using the USB-A port on the bottom, it will provide a maximum output of 30 watts. So if you're using 2 ports, let's say the first USB-C and the bottom USB-A, the top will give you 45 watts max, while the bottom USB-A will give you 18 watts. And if you're using the other configuration, which is the second, or I guess the USB-C one and the USB-A port, you will get 15 watts for each port. And if you're using the top USB-C ports, you will get 45 watts on the top and 18 watts on the middle port. And when it comes to using all of the different ports, so the 2 USB-Cs and the USB-A at the same time, the top, the USB-C 2 connection will give you 45 watts maximum, the USB-C 1 connection 15 watts, and the USB-A 15 watts as well. So it's a very handy guide. I very much recommend you take a screenshot of this or save it to your phone if you're buying this kit, because it could come in very handy. If you're only using 1 or 2 ports, or potentially all 3, then you will know exactly which port to use for which device if you want the fastest speeds. Now for the price, the PowerTrip Travel Charger Kit retails for $99.99 in the US, and it's available on ROKFORM.com, which will also be linked in the description down below. Now, when it comes to the price, I must admit this isn't cheap, but if you want to buy other branded accessories with the same level of high quality materials, a premium zipper bag, and 2 additional USB-C cables, you might actually end up spending more. Now, with that in mind, and also taking a look at the power bank and the wall adapter separately, plus the added accessories, this price is more than justified in my opinion. It might not be cheap, but it includes all of the must-have accessories you might need at a price that reflects the high quality materials and a great toolkit for all types of travels. And just to give you the price, the power bank itself retails for $59.99 in the US, while the wall adapter without the international adapters would retail for $49.99. So this kit already saves you $10, and you also get 2 USB-A cables, each of them of which are 1 meter each, which is very handy if you ask me, and that would probably also cost you another 10 bucks. So, and these appear to be very high quality cables. I haven't used these yet, but based on my experience with ROKFORM products in the past, I have no reason to believe this wouldn't be the case with these. And with all of that said, thank you guys very much for watching this video of the ROKFORM PowerTrip travel charging kit. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. With all of that said, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.